You've been giving away your power your whole life, and you didn't even notice it. Every time you reacted to someone who didn't deserve it. Every time you explained yourself to people who were never going to understand. Every moment you wasted your energy on the wrong people. You handed them a piece of yourself, a piece of your power, a piece of your peace, and they took it. But today that ends. I am about to show you 7 dark psychology tricks that Niccolò Machiavelli himself would have used to navigate the cutthroat courts of the Renaissance. These aren't just tips. These are tactical refinements of human nature. These tricks will teach you how to dominate without ever raising your voice, how to win without firing a single shot, and how to become completely untouchable simply by choosing when and to whom. Reveal your presence. Most people are NPCs. They operate on autopilot. Someone insults them. They get angry. Someone questions them. They over-explain. Someone tries to drain their energy. They apologize for not having enough to give. They think engagement is strength. They think defending themselves is smart. They are dead wrong. The real power players, the 1% of the 1%, move differently. They are ghosts. They are enigmas. They don't react. They observe. They don't explain. They execute. They don't waste a single millisecond on people who don't align with their vision. They guard their attention like it's the most valuable asset in the universe, because it is. Think about the world's most powerful figures. Do they reply to every tweet? Do they go to every party? No, they are selective. Scarcity creates value. Indifference creates magnetism. Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago in the palaces of Florence. He saw that power isn't about being the loudest person in the room. In fact, the loudest person is usually the weakest because they are the most desperate for validation. Power is quiet. Power is selective. Power is strategic. In this hour-long masterclass, we are going to dismantle your old, reactive self and rebuild you into a fortress. You will learn the mind-breaking effect of silence. You will learn the art of the cold fade. You will learn why your absence is your greatest marketing tool. This isn't about being a bad person. This is about taking back the steering wheel of your life. It's about becoming the person that others cannot manipulate, cannot control, and most importantly, cannot ignore. Before we dive into lesson 1, I need to know you're committed. This knowledge is dangerous in the wrong hands. If you are ready to stop being a pawn and start being the player, drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I control my power. Lesson 1. Guard your attention like gold. Let's start with the most fundamental rule of human psychology. Your attention is a currency. Every morning you wake up with a wallet full of mental energy. In the digital age, everyone is a pickpocket. The news, the toxic ex-girlfriend, the hater in the comments, the boss who triggers your anxiety, they are all trying to steal your currency. And just like money, the moment you start throwing it around carelessly, you become spiritually and mentally broke. The investment theory of power. Every single time you look at a notification that upsets you, you are making an investment. You are spending your cognitive bandwidth on a stock that is guaranteed to crash. Most people are broke by 10 a.m. because they've already spent all their gold on things that don't matter, the filter system. Real power players build a human firewall. They don't just see things. They decide what is allowed to be seen. They ask one simple, cold question before giving anyone their attention. Does this person deserve the gold of my focus? If the answer is no, they move on with a level of indifference that is almost chilling. No explanation. No, I'm too busy. Just a total lack of acknowledgement. The social media trap. Think about a hater. They leave a comment intended to hurt you. If you reply even, if you win the argument, you have lost. Why? Because you gave them what they craved. Validation through attention. You traded your high-value gold for their low-value garbage. Now, imagine you don't respond. You don't even delete it. You just ... exist as if they never spoke. To a hater, being ignored is a fate worse than death. It signals that they aren't even significant enough to be a nuisance. That is the power of guarded attention. Drop this affirmation. My attention is gold. Lesson 2. Silence is your sharpest weapon. Why are people terrified of silence? Because silence is a vacuum, and the human brain hates a vacuum. It rushes to fill it. In a conversation, the person who speaks the most is the person who is the most uncomfortable. They are trying to sell themselves, to fill the air, to ease the tension. The person who stays silent is the one who holds the power. Silence as aggression. Most people think silence is passive. They think if they don't have the last word, they've lost the fight. This is the amateur's mistake. Silence is actually the most aggressive move you can make. When you respond with silence to an insult or a demand, you are effectively ending the game. You aren't playing by their rules anymore. You've moved the goalposts. Suddenly, the person who attacked you feels foolish. They've fired their shot, and it hit a ghost. The information vacuum. Machiavelli observed that a prince should be a great asker and a patient hearer of truth. When you are silent, you are absorbing information. You're watching their body language, their micro-expressions, and their desperate attempts to get a reaction out of you. The more they talk to fill the silence, the more ammunition they give you. They reveal their fears, their insecurities, and their plans. Meanwhile, they know nothing about you. You are a locked vault. The 5-second rule. Next time someone asks you a question or tries to provoke you, wait 5 seconds before responding. Don't look away. Look them directly in the eyes, not with anger, but with neutral curiosity. By the 3rd second, they will start to sweat. By the 5th, they will start backpedaling. Silence doesn't just win arguments, it builds a legend. People listen to the man who speaks rarely, because when he does speak, his words have the weight of a mountain. Lesson 3. Strategic withdrawal, the scarcity principle. There is a huge difference between being gone and being scarce. Most people think that to be powerful, you have to be everywhere. You have to be on every platform, in every meeting, at every social event. This is the fast track to being taken for granted. If I can see you whenever I want, your value is 0. Scarcity and desire. Human desire is built on what we cannot have. Machiavelli understood that a ruler must not be too familiar with his people. Familiarity breeds contempt. Think about your relationships. If you are the one who always texts first, always shows up, and is always available, you are a utility. You are like the water in the tap always there, so no one thinks about it until it's gone. Emotional scarcity. Strategic withdrawal isn't about ghosting everyone and living in a cave. It's about being physically present while remaining emotionally unavailable. It's about leaving the party while it's still fun. It's about letting the phone ring. When you withdraw your presence, you create a value spike. People start wondering where you are. They start valuing the time they do get with you. You shift from being a backup plan to being the main event. The power of no. The most powerful word in the Machiavellian dictionary is no. Can you do this for me? No. Are you coming tonight? No. Can we talk about this? Not now. When you say no, you are setting a boundary that says, my time belongs to me, not to your whims. People will respect you more for your absence than they ever will for your constant presence. Drop this affirmation. I choose my presence.